Some children are born into quiet neighborhoods. Others are born where sirens sing louder than birds. Where survival is the first language. Where fear grows faster than flowers. Tupac Amaru Shakur was one of those children. He opened his eyes in a world full of conflict. Around him were people hardened by poverty, violence, political struggle, and the constant pressure to survive. As a child, he saw adults carrying burdens that would break many people. Yet inside his own home, another story was being written. His mother, Afeni Shakur, believed education could build a bridge where anger could not. She encouraged him to read, to write, to study history, to appreciate poetry, to understand theater, to dance, to express feelings instead of hiding them. While the streets were teaching force, home was teaching expression. While the world shouted, his mother taught him how words could whisper and still shake mountains. Nobody knew that the little boy writing poems would one day write verses the whole world would memorize. He didn't begin as a rap legend. He began as a student of art. He first performed with the group Digital Underground, learning the business before stepping into the spotlight alone. Then something unusual happened. He didn't simply rap, he painted with words. He turned poetry into rhythm, history into music, pain into melody, hope into conversation. Every song sounded like someone trying to explain life to people who had stopped listening. Some heard anger, others heard love, many heard themselves. Tupac never fit neatly into one box. One day he celebrated life. The next day he questioned society. He could speak about family, then justice, then friendship, then loss, then dreams. He reminded the world that music could entertain, but it could also challenge, comfort, educate, and inspire. He became famous. But fame has strange rules. It gives applause with one hand, and pressure with the other. The same spotlight that helps you shine can also expose every mistake. At only 25 years old, Tupac's life ended. Too early. Far too early. His story was unfinished. But somehow, his influence wasn't. Decades later, people still quote him, still study him, still argue about him, still discover him. Not because he lived the longest, but because he lived loudly enough to leave an echo. So where did things go wrong? Perhaps the better question is, where did things go right? A boy surrounded by hardship became one of the most recognizable voices in music. A child taught poetry helped millions describe their own pain. A young man searching for peace became a symbol discussed across generations. Life is rarely perfect. Heroes have flaws. Legends make mistakes. Good people carry scars. No human story is complete without contradictions. Maybe that is the lesson. Perfection was never the assignment. Growth was. Trying was. Leaving the world a little different from how you found it was. Tupac didn't leave behind perfection. He left behind conversation. He left behind courage. He left behind questions. And sometimes, questions change the world more than answers ever could. Don't judge people only by where they started. Don't measure a life only by how long it lasted. A seed doesn't ask how many years it has. It simply tries to become a tree. None of us will live forever. But all of us have the chance to leave something behind. A kind word, a lesson, a song, an idea, a helping hand. Nothing is perfect. We simply keep trying to make tomorrow better than today. And sometimes, that is enough to become unforgettable. He came from activism and struggle, and used his voice to call out police brutality, poverty, and racism while also celebrating love, loyalty, and Black resilience. With albums like Me Against the World and All Eyes on Me, he balanced raw vulnerability with street anthems, making him feel both like a prophet and like your big brother. He lived fast and died at 25 in 1996, but his words about hope, war, and healing made him bigger than hip-hop, a symbol of rebellion and truth. More than 25 years later, Tupac is still quoted, studied, and argued about because he wasn't just making music, he was documenting a generation.